All right, taking you live right now down to City Hall where Mayor Olivia Chow is getting ready to address the media before she gets ready for Executive Committee meeting, which kicks off later this morning. Let's listen to the Mayor's remarks right now.
Since the by-election, and 1 year where we have an opportunity to build a city that is more affordable, caring, safe, where everyone feels they belong. And I was reflecting on this year and all the things we've done together. And so I want to just mention a few of them. Within about last fall, 5 months since the last election, by-election, we secured a historic New Deal with the province of Ontario. And we went from unmitigated disaster to a New Deal in just a few months. That deal freed up billions of dollars that we can spend fixing other things in the city, and billions more for transit and shelters. It was the first time in decades the province provided transit operating dollars, and we really welcome that. On housing, we've made great strides in this short time. First, we updated our housing plan to be more ambitious. Then redefined affordable housing to have an income-based definition rather than market-based. We made it easier to build, faster to build, reducing approval times, and the 6-story, 60 units on Major Street without zoning application. We boosted programs for renters, expanded the acquisition fund to $100 million to help preserve more affordable homes, and spending more on eviction prevention and helping tenants. Today's council agenda is full of ways we can build more co-ops and on-market housing and quickly provide 6,000 units of affordable and rent control housing, which we'll talk a bit more in a minute. The final thing I want to mention is that we spent the last year fixing small things, small but important things, things that make Toronto a more livable place for everyone, like fixing Cafe TO and making sure that the cafe, the outdoor patio is open on time in the summer before the summer passes away. And we've opened pools, wading pools, and splash pads earlier so kids and families can play. We extended library hours in evenings and on weekends. We filled 130,000 potholes and rolled out 1,000 improved litter bins. More park benches, more trees planted. These little fixes show people that the city cares about them. That's what's getting the City of Toronto back on track is all about. Now, I want to focus on the first item on the agenda today at Council, which is happening in 25 minutes. My first key item this morning is the report on renovation bylaw. And I have the expert councillor Gord Perks here to answer questions later on if you're interested. I hope you are. Renters in Toronto need to know that their homes are stable and secure and there's no fake renovictions, that they won't be forced out because their landlord found a loophole. 50% of Torontonians are renters, and that's 50% of people susceptible to a renovictions. So a strong renovictions bylaw, what it does is for the tenants, if they're living in a place, if the landlord said we need to evict you, the landlord has to have an engineering report to show why the unit has to be empty when they're doing the renovation, and then the city staff has to approve that. Then they could do the eviction. If not, then they can't. So that makes it fair for the landlord, because if they need the person not to be there, to the unit to be empty, let's justify it. If not, then the tenant would have every right to stay. That's the second key item is very exciting. I'm joined by folks here today, the Rental Housing Supply Program. I'm here with Ron Royce from the CHFT Development. That's the Co-op Housing Federation of Toronto, and Tom Clement from the Co-op Housing Federation also. And we have Peter Martin from the Toronto Alliance to End Homelessness, and Christina Doyle, who I met a long time ago, but met again on Sunday at the, was it Saturday? Sunday, something, weekend, yeah, at the 40th anniversary of the Standing Nose Co-op. And they're here to talk about cooperatives and nonprofit housing and why it's really important, and why it's important that we develop these housing, because for too long we haven't done so. We are building 6,000 units of affordable housing. We're using $351 million in capital funding, secured from both the federal and the provincial government, and some of our money, to enable this construction to start now in 2024 and 2025. So I'm so excited that it's immediate. This new program adopts the new definition of affordable. That's based on your income, 30%, not based on market like before. And it set a maximum rent threshold for rent-controlled homes. And through this program, we're going to build up the capacity of the nonprofit organizations and the cooperatives.
That is Toronto Mayor Olivia Chow down ahead of this morning's council meeting, which is getting underway soon. Of course, it was 1 year ago today that Olivia Chow was elected mayor, and of course the by-election after John Tory left office. She was going through her accomplishments over the last year, talking about a new deal to fix Toronto's finances, talking about housing, affordable housing getting built, and also fixing what she described some of these small but important things. So she continues to list what she's accomplished in the past year, and of course preparing for this morning's council meeting, which kicks off very soon.